one of the most exciting parts of the afternoon, because there's a new range of projects, and the press release has just been gone out yesterday that these projects and some others are also receiving money within the whole Responsible Innovation project. But I would like to start up with the whole project itself with Armin Grunwald. I may say, or maybe not, but that's up to you, that this is also a bit of life work for you to get it done, to invent something like responsible innovation. Is that right, or is that too much said?
It is absolutely right. As we started some years ago in setting up this program, we were a bit uncertain about how it could work, whether it would work at all. And now it's really, I'm really happy to see good practice. So now there are projects which already went on for years. There are results, there are publications, there are innovations, there are impacts. You are here in your country very open to new approaches. And so I guess it's not by chance that this MVI program has been designed and set up here in the Netherlands. And obviously, I'm keen to learn about the progress, but also about difficulties in order to go to Germany and tell them what's going on here.
Let's go to some of the projects, and then I think we can make it more clear why it's sometimes so difficult to see all the causes of an innovation while you're still in the process of designing it. Let's start off with Aadko Royer. He's from the University of Delft. We're going to talk about shale gas. Explain what it is and how it can be found.
Yeah. Shale gas is gas which is in tight clay layers, so to say. And whereas normal natural gas, is located in more or less porous salt and what do you call it? Layers through which it permeates, to which it goes upwards. In those clay layers, it's really tight to the clay particles. And in order to get it out, you have to frack it. You have to break the clay. And then the gas is released. And then you can, well, take it out of the earth. So that's quite a different process in a way.
We'll go on with more energy, this time wind terminals at sea.
Yes, there might be concerns about whether we should further industrialize the North Sea, because wind power is another step for industrialization. There is a lot of shipping, of course. There is a lot of gas and oil platforms, so this would add another aspect, and people might be concerned whether this environment should be protected or not. But this is only one part of it. The other part is, if we really build huge offshore wind facilities, we have to amend also our onshore energy system. And that, I think, is more important than the windmills that are very far out there and we only see them a few times per year. We really need to change our network. We need new storage facilities. So if we have huge offshore wind production capacity, we might be willing to store this power because it's intermittent. And one of the ways might be to produce hydrogen from electric power, but we need to store it somewhere.
I would like to continue with Huub Zwart, who I happen to know as one of the experts on the ethics of genomics. And the project that you are going to do within 1 year is therefore quite complex, because you are trying to, well, explain it yourself.
Yeah, I think we also need a little bit of Rousseau, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, back to nature, return to nature, but on a higher level of complexity, because that's what we really need. Use nature, interact with nature in a more intelligent way. And I think that's the key idea behind the bio-based future. We are already heading in that direction. Sometimes it's called the second industrial revolution. But to really make it happen, we have to assure public support, societal embedding, and that means you have to involve a large network of stakeholders in this process.
I would like to continue with Philip Nickel. These are all top sectors: energy, food, sustainability, and of course aging is one of them, and medical techniques.
We'll look specifically at how telecare changes trust in the physician-patient relationship. So patients with telecare are being treated via internet or information and communication technology at home instead of in a doctor's office, and they still do so with the guidance of a physician, but the fact that they're interacting with their physician via the internet or via a special device, it seems to change the nature of their relationship, and we'll look at, well, how it affects patients' trust in their physicians, and look specifically at the expectations that they have of telecare in relation to their health, and try to see whether their expectations match reality.
Very clear. Barbara van Mierlo, now we're going to talk about farmers and innovation. Two words that are not usually heard in one sentence, farmers and innovation, but that is obviously not right, not to mingle that in one. But people say that farmers are rather conservative. What do you think?
Well, I don't think so. I think that everybody has ideas about how to innovate. And actually, like my neighbor already said, if you want to look at opportunities for sustainable development, it has to come from people themselves. So what we want to do is to look for where are the initiatives, where are the ideas to do something about sustainable development. And can we help those people who have those ideas to maybe broaden their ideas and to include also other issues of sustainability in contrast to only the first issues that they think about.
The farmers have to innovate, and of course they do, to make their products more sustainable, more efficient, to have animal welfare built into the system. Why is it a different sector to innovate than, for instance, in the industrial sector? What are the differences?
Well, one of the main differences is that the farmers, they're all very small entrepreneurs, and they have very low financial margins to the products that they sell. So actually what you buy in the supermarket, there's a reasoned price for it, but the farmers themselves get little. So actually the question, one of the main questions is, should they be the ones who have to invest in sustainable development, or is that a responsibility for the whole value chain in the different subsectors of agriculture?
Any questions to any of these people?
My question is around where these projects hit the macro-political economy. In other words, to what extent is this program reinforcing the status quo, the political economy that's going on more broadly, or to what extent does it allow a debate around that and different pathways to different kinds of political approaches and contestation in debate? Or is it all quite positivist and instrumental, perhaps even? I'm sure it isn't, but I just felt I should ask that.
My view is that I think the power dynamics is very, very distributed in those kinds of transitions. So you have to work with key players. We, in our program, in our project, we work with a number of representatives from industry, involve them in these debates, broaden their horizon, broaden your own horizon, mutual exposure to ideas, and in that way you can make a difference. You can't do it with this project as such alone. It has to be one of the pilots in a whole plethora of activities.
Perhaps one addition. I guess none of the projects will propagate the world revolution, and the projects do not bring up in German we say Systemfrage, the question whether we live in a good system, and if not, we should go to another system. But between this highest level and the level of what you mentioned, the purely instrumental level, there are many levels in between. And I guess the projects are on different levels in this space in between, so they are able to raise also the grand questions, the bigger questions, but they will also deliver at a usable level of innovation.
Thank you very much, and thank you all, and very much good luck on the project.